All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. I literally just woke up about an hour ago, and I thought maybe it was all a nightmare, but it wasn't. It wasn't. I thought it was all a bit of a dream. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to watch Chelsea again, but nah. It definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't. The reality is we lost against Aston Villa and we're on 5 points out of 6 games. We're on 5 points out of 6 games, man. That is quite incredible. And then I also see that Newcastle United have scored 8 goals in a match. That's pretty much our yearly quota. They've reached it in one single game. Ladies and gentlemen, where are we? What are we? Who are we? What is our identity? Do we have an identity? What is the project? People talk about the project. People talk about Pochettino being face of the project. What is the project? Can someone please tell me in the live chat, in your own understanding, what is the Chelsea project? Has anyone ever asked? I think these are some serious questions that we probably need to ask in the next press conference for Pochettino. Does Pochettino understand the project? What is his understanding of the project? Is the project to come 12th last season and potentially be even worse this season? And then, is it just all about youth development and then flipping them for some money? Is the project to be somewhat of a selling club? I myself, I don't know what the project is. They keep throwing these words, these buzzwords: project, process, patience. A lot of P words being thrown around everywhere. I've got no idea what it's all about. I don't know what is going on. Is it good enough to have an excuse that, we've got so many injuries and we're waiting for Christopher Nkunku, and once Nkunku comes back, we're going to look a lot better? Is that excuse good enough? Being beaten at home? Look, there's a lot of people that's to be blamed here. It's not just on Mauricio Pochettino. Obviously, Mauricio Pochettino hasn't done any favors to himself, but massive blame on the owners, massive blame on the board, massive blame on the recruiters. And of course, there's major blame on the players as well. There's major blame on the players. The owners, apparently, they still want to make Champions League football, but how? How are you going to make Champions League football, man? There is no chance. There is absolutely no chance. This is probably as bad as a start that you could imagine. A lot of people, a lot of fans still trying to put a positive spin on this. All you guys, there's so many of you guys that were having a go at me that, oh, Miz, you're so negative. You're so negative. I've been telling you for the past few weeks, it's not about being negative. It's about being realistic. It's about being realistic. This performances, it's shattering for a player. It's shattering. You put yourself in a real life situation. If you're going through week in, week out, bad situations, trauma, pretty much. If you're going through trauma week in, week out, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer. No matter how good your team might be, you're going to suffer. Once you're in this situation, in this mess, it is very difficult to get out of. Very difficult. But, a quality manager will find a way. A quality manager will find a way. Is Pochettino the right manager? I'm not even talking about whether you're Poch in or Poch out or get Poch sacked, this, that, the other. Obviously, everyone's got their opinions. But I'm just asking, is Pochettino the right manager? Pochettino goes around talking about how, these players, they need time. They need, we have to be patient. They're still developing. And then he goes on and how he wants to win today, win tomorrow, win yesterday, and how he wants experience. He's the one who's signing off on all of these players. Or is Pochettino just saying yes? Or is Pochettino just going around saying yes to everything? Davsy saying Unai Emery would be a better manager. Yeah, there's so many managers that have come into a new club and they're doing so much better. You see Ange Postecoglou for Spurs. Yes, obviously their squad is very much experienced, but there's a lot of new players as well, man. There's a lot of new players that Spurs have. And Ange Postecoglou has embedded in a particular system which the players have bought into. What's our system? What's our identity? Is it just purely bad luck that we don't win games? Is it just purely bad luck that we don't win games? I find that hard to believe. You may not win a game due to luck, maybe once, maybe twice, but 6 games in and you're 5 points. Is that a true reflection? I have to say probably it is. Luck cannot be deserting us every single week. It can't be on luck. This isn't a coincidence that we're on 5 points after 6 games. It cannot be. It cannot be. There's definitely a lot of things that are wrong at the moment. A lot of things. We're going to look through some of the comments that Pochettino said post-match. But big up to each and every one of you guys. Yet another weekend that has been destroyed by Chelsea Football Club. Yet another week where we're going to suffer. And next up, we've got Brighton in the Carabao Cup. And you best believe we're going to get knocked out from that as well. You best believe we're going to get knocked out of that as well. Let's see what some of you guys have to say about this situation. Let's take some of your comments. Prince, the instability at the club is clear to see. Nothing will work if we don't sort out the foundation. The ownership sacked everybody at the club, stripped all the foundation. Now we have none. Yeah. The ownership madness. The ownership did a madness. And I found last season that too many changes too quick. Way too many changes too quick. How did we go from, spending 1 billion, getting rid of all the players, the deadwood apparently, to a point where a lot of people are saying this is even worse team now? How has that happened? How has that happened, ladies and gentlemen? How do you spend 1 billion and you actually have a worse team than the one that you got rid of? Incredible. 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 RC, ain't no coincidence. We was Champions League winners and Club World Cup winners. Since these took over, we're now a mediocre club with relegation form. Owner's worst thing that's happened to our club. Yeah. It's not looking good on the owners, that's for sure. It's definitely not looking good on the owners. It's definitely not looking good on the owners. I still have hope with Poch. It's slowly fading. It's just wonder on if the signs we made were the manager's decision or the club. We lack experience in the team. Yeah, we definitely lack experience in the team. We definitely lack experience in the team. But who signed off on that? Who signed off on that? Who signed off on the lack of experience? Why hasn't Pochettino said something about this? When we were building this team, why hasn't Pochettino voiced his opinion as a manager? Why didn't he come out and say to the board that this is not going to happen? We're not going to be able to compete. Why did we do that? Why did we do that? Royston saying, Miz, who's the right manager for Chelsea? Man, my internet's stuffing up, man. That's bothering me so much. That's absolutely bothering me, man. It's annoying me. It's annoying me. I need a clean connection, and my internet is letting me down as well. My internet is letting me down too. My internet is letting me down. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can hotspot. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can hotspot. All right. Hopefully the internet will be better. Hopefully the internet will be better. No? No? No. Doesn't seem like it's better. Doesn't seem like it's better. Oh, man. How's the internet now? How's the internet now? Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, in the live chat. How's the internet now? All right. All right, let's see. Hopefully it'll be better now. Hopefully the connection is better now. All right. Damien, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. I have expected that if you don't if you don't have all the players to execute a set game plan, then get the team to stick to basics. Hard times being a Chelsea fan. 100% it's hard time being a Chelsea fan. It's a very, very difficult time to be a Chelsea fan. Vadi, thank you so much for the super chat. Who do you think will start in the Carabao Cup? Look, it's probably going to be heavily rotated. I think there's going to be quite a bit of rotation. Do you know what? I'm getting worried about players like Enzo Fernandez as well. Like players like Enzo Fernandez are dropping bad performances too. And this is a massive issue. When players like Enzo Fernandez start dropping poor performances. Enzo Fernandez, today did not have a good game. He 100% did not have a good game. We've already seen Caicedo, since his debut for Chelsea Football Club, he's made mistakes. This game, I thought Caicedo was all right, actually. I don't think it was that bad. I'm worried. I'm worried that players like Enzo Fernandez are starting to come down to Chelsea's level. And you're right, because he's not a cam. Yeah, him playing further up does not make sense. He should not be playing further up. Enzo Fernandez, and once again, that's the mistake on Pochettino, isn't it? That's the mistake on Pochettino. Him playing further up. There's so many mistakes Poch is doing as well that's contributing to this whole issue. Aaron, thanks so much for the super chat. Silver lining with Gusto suspended, we played Desasi at right back, then Colwell at CB. Maybe one of the three left backs on the books will get to actually play left back. Yeah, I mean, I think we definitely have to play with a proper left back. Malo Gusto being suspended for 3 games, Desasi will definitely be right back. And that means we will have to use a proper left back. We will have to use Lewa Colwell and Silva as the 2 CBs, and then we will have to use a proper left back, 100%. There's so many things that Poch is doing wrong, man. Gallagher's another one. Gallagher in midfield, what has he provided? What has Gallagher provided? What has Gallagher provided? And Gallagher's the captain of Chelsea Football Club. Why didn't we start with Cole Palmer from the get-go? Why didn't we start with Cole Palmer from the get-go? %. Pep hasn't helped. Sorry, Poch hasn't helped. 100% Poch hasn't helped. The players been bad too. I'm not going to lie. The players have been bad as well. Nicholas Jackson hasn't been good. Oh no, we got Grizz in the house, man. We got Grizz in the house. Another long season, eh? Another very, very long season. Very long season. Not just a long season, another very, very long season. Another disgusting season. Big up to you, Grizz. If you guys want to follow some Liverpool content, make sure you follow Grizz Khan's channel, Football Carnage. Obviously, Liverpool's buzzing, and they'll probably be the team who's going to compete with Man City for the title. Incredible how quickly they've turned things around. That's what top clubs do, man. They don't dwindle around in a bad position for too long, and that's what you have top managers like Jurgen Klopp. They know exactly how to rebuild. Apparently we're going on a rebuild. Even in a rebuild, you have to have some level of shame. You have to have some level of. There needs to be a limit. Ibsy in the house. You were right about Poch from day one. I said it. Poch was never my manager. But it's the guy that we've got, and we backed him. And the preseason looked good. But since the preseason, everything about him has been A scam. Everything about him has been a scam. It's as if the preseason did not even matter. It's as if the preseason did not even exist. You know, we were using Ian Martin in the preseason a lot, and Ian Martin was doing well. Now we don't use Ian Martin. Poch gave Ben Chilwell the vice captaincy, and now Ben Chilwell don't even start. Rightly so, but these are some decisions that Poch has made that's made him look stupid. Thiago Silva has been dropping some stinkers too, I'm not going to lie. Thiago Silva has been dropping stinkers as well. But once again, Pochettino, he can't seem to drop him because he has to play 3 centre-backs. He has to. Kevin, thank you so much for the super chat. Buying young players is not a project. A project must be backed by an underlining philosophy, style of play that permeates all level of the club. Absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. This is a kamikaze style of a project. It really is. Just a lot of young players. I've got no issues with having 1 or 2 young players. Like, no problems. You want to have 1 or 2 young players in the team, you want to develop them, no problems at all. But you can't have a full squad of young players. You have to have a good balance to compete in the Premier League. You have to. All these other clubs are just flying past us. All these other clubs are just flying past us. Do you know what I mean? But whose idea was that? Whose idea was to influx the team with so many young players? Whose idea was that? Has to be the owners. Has to be the owners. It 100% has to be the owners. Sanka saying, Miz, is there any way we can protest and get the board's attention? What are we going to protest, man? What are we going to protest? The owners are going nowhere. The owners are going nowhere. What are we going to protest, man? They're going nowhere. There's no point in protesting, man. There's literally no point in protesting. Absolutely no point. Protest and do what? Protest and do what? Chelsea Empire, mid-table, unproven sporting directors, young players controlling possessive ownership, owners going to dressing room and walk over manager and young players watching this. Yeah. And today, owners have gone in again. They've gone into the dressing room. Once that happens, I feel like as a manager, you've lost all control. Once that happens, I feel like as a manager, you've lost all control. But yeah. Let's have a look at some of the comments of Pochettino post-match. All right. Mauricio Pochettino, of course the owners are disappointed, but at the same time, they need to support the plan. Obviously, they're going to support the plan. They're the ones who came up with the plan. The plan is develop young players and compete for the future. But the issue is there will be no future if we don't compete now. Mauricio Pochettino and Nicholas Jackson's yellow card. We were talking, we need to grow up like a team. Nico is young and he's feeling the Premier League. Football is about winning, but players, when they are young, need to learn. Yeah, that's what happens when you have so many young players. It was on front of me, but it didn't see it back. I didn't see it back. We need to trust the referee and VAR. For me, it was a red card. I know there's a lot of people that are saying, "No, it wasn't a red card." This, that, the other. For me, it was a red card. Like his studs were up. I know he gets the ball, but when you follow through with your studs up, yeah, you can say, "What can you do?" But that's the rule. That's the rule. Unfortunately, that's the rule. Studs up, and it could have been very dangerous. Could have been very dangerous. Behdad Egbhali was in the dressing room to speak to the players. The feeling at Chelsea is that it's a project and it's a process. With the face of Mauricio Pochettino, that's the feeling. It's a process, it's a project. Oh, all of these P words everywhere. Alhambra, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. The golden era is over. We're in the wilderness with these clowns as owners. We're about 4 weeks away from total chaos at the club. It's guaranteed now. Yeah, I mean, are we seriously in a relegation battle, ladies and gentlemen? Are we seriously in a relegation battle? Is that what's happening at the moment? Are we actually in a relegation battle? Mark Laws, Ms. We have to be seriously careful, otherwise we could do a Leeds. No one is too good to go down. Maybe not this year, but next. Leeds 2021 Champions League semi-finalist, Leeds 2004 relegation. You mean 2001? 2001 Champions League semi-finalist, yeah. Yeah, it can happen. This is not too far-fetched. This is not too far-fetched. Matisse in the house, pain. Pure pain, bro. Pure pain. Pure pain. Look at this comment. Look at this comment from Pochettino. I start tomorrow again to prepare the game for Wednesday and hope we can score Wednesday. Hope. Even our manager is hoping. Even our manager is hoping, ladies and gentlemen. We are hoping and we are praying. We are hoping and we are praying. What about practicing to finish? What about trying to fine-tune your finishing skills? What about that? What about actually going into the training sessions and practice some finishing drills? What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing in training. Are they missing in training as well? We have a manager who is now hoping that we score. PYS in the house. PYS, brother, hope you're doing well. Thank you for always bringing the latest in news. PYS is just the same as last season. Young group with a manager who can't handle the pressure of Chelsea fans. Gone by Xmas or before. Owners need to change their strategy. F the directors too. PYS has absolutely dropped the bomb on everyone. PYS picked up the AK-47 and just went da 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 da. He's gone in hard. I just don't think the owners are going to sack anyone, man. The owners probably wouldn't have even sacked Graham Potter last season. The owners would not have even sacked Graham Potter last season. It was only because of the fans' pressure. This is why, if you guys remember recently, that Jose Feliciano, that guy, the Clear Lake co-owner, he came out and said that he never thought that there will be so much scrutiny after purchasing Chelsea. He never thought there would be so much scrutiny. These guys, they don't understand Chelsea. They really don't understand Chelsea. The owners would not have even got rid of Graham Potter. The owners would not have even sacked Graham Potter. And these owners, who knows who they're going to get? Last time they got Frank Lampard after they sacked Graham Potter. Who knows what level of shenanigans they're going to do this time around? You think if they sack Pochettino, they're actually going to get an elite level manager? I don't think so. I don't think so. I just don't think so. At this rate, it looks like Poch, we can't win a single game. We're going to be out from the Carabao Cup against Brighton, and that's going to be even more embarrassing. Ola, thank you so much for the super chat. For me, the sporting directors are incompetent at the top level. You can sign young players with massive experience and not those with potentials only. Absolutely agreed. I wonder why Christopher Vivell left. Did Christopher Vivell leave because of all of these situations? PYS, people in the club told me they knew Poch was a risk due to the fans and he had to start fast. He failed. I don't see him turning it around. WTF is up with all of these players out of position too. Yeah, I mean, it's totally mad. It's totally mad. Totally mad. Of course, there's a lot of blame on the owners. There's a lot of blame on the hierarchy, the board, the recruitment team. There's a lot of blame on the players. But 100%, a lot of this could have been eased if Pochettino had the right team, the right personnel playing in the right roles, had the right structure, had the right strategy, had the right system. Poch obviously is not helping himself either. Pochettino massively did not help himself. Alhambra, thank you so much for the super chat. River Plate, Leeds, Nottingham Forest, Schalke, Newcastle, West Ham. Why are we immune from relegation? Anyone relying on 3 worst teams are totally wrong. Yeah. True. And the way we are going, 5 points from 6 games, and it's not just 5 points from 6 games. If you look at our calendar, the 2003 calendar year, we're apparently we've picked up as many points as a relegation team would pick up. So we're on track. We're on track to be relegated if we continue like this. We have been doing this for this entire calendar year. Marias, thank you so much for the super chat. Players are new and young, play basic football, all on manager. Nothing wrong with young players or recruitment. You have 3 left back and bench Mudryk, as no EPL gives a Klopp same team. Yeah, PYS, come and join, bro. I'm gonna send you the link. Come and join the stream, bro. Come and join the stream. I'll send you the link. Check your Twitter DM. It's been a while since I spoke to PYS, so I think it's a good time. It's a good time. It's sad time, but what can you do? Good time to bring in PYS. I just sent you the link, bro. Join. Rejo Park, thank you so much for the super chat. In 2022 to date, Chelsea have played 44 Premier League games, 49 points. This is 100% relegation form. Owners don't understand dollars without structure plan. Yeah, agreed. 100% agreed. 100% agreed. Hopefully PYS joins soon. We got PYS in the house. My boy, PYS. How you doing, bro?
Yo, can you hear me?
Be good if I have my headset on.
What about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. Sorry, I didn't have my headset on.
Yeah, all
How
good.
are you, bro?
It's good stream. I probably got like half hour. So
yeah. We'll probably wrap up in half an hour as well. How you doing, bro? Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, went to the game today. I saw, some fans were saying, what can Poch do? We went down to 10 men, that type of thing. I've seen a lot of fans online sort of post our stats of, big chances created, and they're right in some certain aspects. Like, we do have a lot of raw players. Like, I thought last game before this against Bournemouth, like, we were just unlucky. Like, at that game, I was like, what can Poch actually do? Because we had so many chances. It was just a case of like, okay, we need to repeat this on the training ground. We need to, just continue to do attacking drills and try and eventually score. But today was like, I just felt like it was another game where he was like tactically outclassed by a decent manager. I didn't even think Aston Villa played that well, but we had a whole week to prepare for this. And Villa, I know they rested a few players in Europa League, but still they travelled, like Watkins, Diaby. I think they travelled to Poland, and they didn't really have much time to prepare. So yeah, I think today was just, honestly, it's very, very boring to watch in the stands. I don't know how it was like for you guys on whatever you watched on TV or whatever, but it's just very repetitive, sideways all the time. There's no one really, breaking any passes into midfield. No one really taking risks. Clearly, I
How's the
think
mood? How's the mood in the stadium, POS?
it was just extremely subdued, and then at the end, it was like, bro, the boos were crazy. Honestly, the boos were crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I think people just sort of saying, same shit as last season. Heard a few people say, "Oh, I didn't want him anyway." That sort of talk already. It's like he's gonna lose the fans, bro. He really is. And yeah, as I was saying, like, I didn't want Poch in the first place, but like I was speaking to some people in the club, and they were like, guaranteeing me like this is going to be a good fit. And I think if you actually just look at like our sort of, project in quotation marks, because I actually hate that word right now, but if you just look at what we're trying to do and like what our current squad is, I think Poch actually aligns with it because he has worked with young players. He's proven to get top four in Premier League, and he's worked at another bigger club with a difficult board. So it's like he's got like a lot of experience. But if he can't deliver here, it's like who can with our current squad? Like it's very hard to find that manager if they do sack him that can deliver in the short term, but also when obviously the results do go bad, it's like they have enough sort of like balls to like come out and say, no, this is not good enough. Like this is, you know what I mean? Like there's a fine line between losing games and going through a bad patch. But what I see right now is like we're doing that, but also Poch just doesn't really seem to. I don't want to say doesn't seem to care, but that's how he's coming across. There's a lot of excuses in the media. There's a lot of like, like, oh, we've got loads of injuries and stuff, which we do. But again, I think another thing that worries me is like his whole game plan seems to be centered around Nkunku, and like ever since Nkunku's got injured, doesn't seem to know like what he's doing. Like I see in games today, like why is he starting Gallagher over Cole Palmer? It doesn't make sense,
bro. That was mad. That was mad. And on top of that, Gallagher's captain, bro. That's mad.
Enzo, I just had a discussion with a journalist about the captaincy. By the way, like it's crazy, like how, like behind the scenes, like Thiago Silva, I think he's, like he's been giving captaining away, right? Like when during the games, like he has given it to Enzo. Like there's Gallagher who was going to leave the club but is now captaining. Like that's confusing people. Like it's just crazy. Like who is our penalty taker when we get a penalty? Like it's everything from top to bottom just seems so disjointed. And like, yeah, I'm just like, we honestly, I don't know if we can swear on this stream, but we are effed, bro. Like honestly, we are, because like you look at our fixtures, like unless
we're gonna get knocked out by Brighton, you know that we're gonna get knocked out.
We're gonna get played off the park, but that's not even the thing, right? Forget the cups, the league. Honestly, the league is the most worrying thing because of like our position, and some people saying it's only like 5-6 games, whatever. Okay, it is, but then you see what's coming up, right? It's not like we've got winnable games. Like we literally have in October, November, we literally have all the big teams, like literally, and throw in a couple of teams. Like, I mean, are we even going to beat Fulham next week? Like seriously, like it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's a question mark, bro. It's a question mark.
I don't know what to say. Like honestly, it's yeah. I think, bro, honestly, the players out of position is doing my head in the most, actually.
Bro, look, the players out of possession is obviously dangerous, but I want to now to ask you about something else. I'm actually getting worried about certain players that are now, declining to our levels. Like Enzo Fernandez for the past couple of games, man. I'm worried, bro. This guy is our best player, in my opinion. And even he's starting to look a shadow of shadow of his own self. Like he goes to Argentina, he balls out. He comes to Chelsea Football Club, and I know once again out of position. Him playing so much further
Yeah,
up
why?
should be a
Why,
little
bro?
bit deeper.
You should see the way he would, bro. He was pressing as a striker today. I'm not even joking you. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was with Nicholas Jackson, bro,
It's
pressing. What
mad,
is he
bro. It's
doing?
mad.
He's not someone that should be pressing the opposing goalkeeper and centre backs. Like that should be Gallagher, if anything.
Yeah,
Like my only reasoning is he wants more legs in midfield. But didn't you sign Caicedo to put next to Enzo, but to allow Enzo to go forward because Caicedo's got the legs? Why are you
yeah.
putting Gallagher in there? Why do you need Gallagher and Caicedo? Bro, it's I don't understand him, honestly. I just don't understand. Like, how can a manager change tactics so, so like differently from preseason? It was working in preseason. We had patterns of play in preseason. He looked authoritative in preseason. Another thing I picked up on today, there's two things, right? The first thing I've really worried about, and it's something that not a lot of fans are saying, right? But
Mm,
his lack of like urgency on subs is ridiculous. Like there has been so many times this season, bro, where we have a shit first half and he doesn't
mm.
make any subs. He doesn't change anything. I just don't understand it. Like I
And the
honestly,
subs are bad as well, PYS. Like,
bro,
why do
I
you take
can't wait. I
Mudryk
can't
off?
wait for it.
Why do you take
Honestly,
Mudryk off?
yeah. Again, I mean, he's always the first one sacrificed. And like, but the subs, right? I can't wait for a day that a manager comes to this club where they can see what the fans are seeing, that where we play shit first half, and
Mm,
they make subs, like they change things. They're proactive. He's not proactive on the touchline. Preseason, every single game, proactive on the touchline. The guy's sitting down half the time. Like he's a complete change guy from preseason, and I know he wanted certain things, and I think there's major issues above, right? Honestly, these guys above are major issues, and the fans just want to go for the manager. And Poch is clueless, but the above are clueless as well, bro. Like honestly, they
but
really
Poch
are.
signed up for this, bro. PYS.
But
Poch signed up for
yeah,
this.
he did,
He
and
he
there'll be
he, he
another
apparently
manager,
knows the project.
and there'll be another manager. But the thing is I feel like this for some of our players though. It's like the players they come in right, and they're like, they say I came for the project, I got sold by the project, and it's like I think when they come here, certain players are like, oh shit, like he's ahead of me, and now I'm not happy. Like this is not what I expected, and like
Mm.
type of thing. Like it's like Cole Palmer's been benched for like 2 games, and he's like,
Bro, that makes zero sense. How Cole Palmer
it's
does not
crazy. Like
start, bro. It's
I
crazy.
think this happens with the managers as well, bro. They get told one thing, and then when they're appointed, something different happens. That's honestly what I think is happening, and it's like it's crazy. Like I honestly feel like they're extremely difficult to work with these guys.
But
I
tell
know
me one thing,
Bali's involved
PYS.
a
Tell me
lot.
one thing. When we are going through recruitment during our summer window, right? Do you think the board and the recruitment team they're not consulting with Pochettino?
So I thought all
What's
along.
going on with that?
So I thought all along personally that the ownership or the directors they buy players based off data, and basically they give that data to the manager, and they say like, here's why we think it's a good fit, and basically the manager. I don't think gets much of a say. Like, I don't really think he goes like, no, like, I don't want him. Like, I disagree with that, and then it doesn't happen. Like, I genuinely think as long as there's like a unanimous voting system between like the ownership and the directors, I think that player gets brought in. And I think it came out about Graham Potter when he was sacked. There was a few
Mm,
articles saying he didn't want him and this and that. Like, I know Enzo's been a great signing, but apparently he didn't want Enzo, and he was unhappy with the amount of players that came in. And I think with Pochettino, I definitely think there's been 2 or 3 players that have come in that may not be his, like players that he asked for. I know that he
mm.
wanted Dybala, and the ownership were like, no, he's doesn't fit the age
He
profile.
wanted
I know that he
Lautaro
wanted
Martinez as well, right? He wanted Lautaro
he,
Martinez.
he wanted he wanted a lot of Premier League proven he wanted a lot of Premier League proven experience that have played more than one season in the Premier League, and he didn't get that. So I do think there's a disconnect there as well. But at the
Mm,
same time, it's like I come back to my point, and I put this in the chat when I joined. I was like, if you just look at the 3 managers, right, that made our
mm,
shortlist, right, for after Potter got sacked, Ange Postecoglou, okay, he's doing good at Spurs, very good,
mm.
but Spurs is almost a free hit, and there's no pressure there. I honestly don't
Yeah.
think he would have done well at Chelsea. It's not the same, right? Whatever. He's doing good, but I don't think that translates over to Chelsea, what he's doing right now. Ange Postecoglou, you had Vincent Company, and you had Poch. all three of these guys, right? All three of these guys are not managers that are going to contest an ownership. They're not going to contest
Yeah,
a
the yes
director. They're
people.
not going
Yes,
to.
man.
They're not, in simple terms, yes, pretty much. They're not
Yeah.
going to kick up a fuss. You see, Luis Enrique traveled for one meeting, and they were like, "No, he was off the shortlist straight away." You know why? Because he's a proper manager who wants demands. He
Yeah.
he, he demands things, and he's authoritative. And they were like, "No, that's too much to work with. That's too much to deal with." That's why they got rid of Tuchel. That's why Nagelsmann wasn't appointed, and that's why I basically think we're fucked. Because even if we get rid of Pochettino, it's like it will be someone like Arne Slot from Final. It will be someone like I don't know. It'll be another project manager, and they'll just keep going and going and going until eventually they realize, okay, this shit isn't working. Like, what do we do now? But you know what's worrying is they've gone so far into this project. They've gone
It's
so far into the young players. It's now like they almost
there's no
can't.
point of return. There's no
They,
return
they,
anymore.
they can't just like, okay, we need to get rid of like 5, 6, 7 of these young players in the actual starting level, in the bench or whatever, because and like turn back and go a different way because they've almost like laid their bed. Like, who is going to buy these players if they want to then change direction because they realize this direction is not working? Like, honestly, like it's just they've just dug themselves a hole, and they're like putting all this faith in like this works. And it's like, until we get a manager that gets us like just a stable season, like top 6 or whatever, and then we can build on something. I don't see how like
PYS,
how.
do you reckon there's absolutely no manager out there that can do a better job than Pochettino with the current squad? At least bring us to some level. Like, we're 14th, bro. Like, do you reckon there's absolutely no one there that can at least get a lot better than what we have?
I don't think so, honestly. As I said, I feel like I can be, anyone can be Poch out, right? It's unacceptable. But the thing is like, and you see him changing his tune in the media as well. And
Bro,
honestly,
big time.
but I honestly feel like he knows now what he's working with, and he knows now, like, okay, like shit, we didn't get certain things in. We didn't get my Premier League experience. We didn't get, my couple of older players that I wanted. We didn't get a proven striker. He knows that we're dealing with a young squad now, so things have kind of changed in terms of like how he's talking, because he understands like, okay, shit, this is going to take quite a long time, and it's like you're stuck in a catch-22 when you're Chelsea manager, because you don't get that time. You're expected to deliver now, and
PYS, you there? Have we lost him? PYS, where are you, brother? We lost PYS. Hopefully he's going to come back very, very soon. But yeah, live chat. Do you believe there is absolutely no one out there that can do a better job at the moment? Let me know. Do we just stick around with Pochettino and just accept the results that we are having at the moment? Lost PYS like we lost games. Yeah, everything is dropping, man. My internet is dropping, PYS is dropping. Everything is just going a bit crazy. Only aliens can come down and kill Chelsea. Nobody on earth can. This ownership has killed us. Yeah, the ownership has absolutely killed us. Hopefully PYS will be back very soon. Indigo is saying, great insight from PYS. I'm realizing now that the owners are probably impossible to work with if they make promises not delivered and push their agenda to the manager. Yeah, no, PYS made some really, really good comments, man. He has. The owners from the get-go. He's right. Look at the the candidate list, the short list that we had. There was no elite level managers. They were all managers that are probably not going to say too much. Like the managers that are just going to get along with the owners. The owners, they don't want anyone that's going to be too vocal. They don't want any managers that are, that have something about themselves, a personality, a bit of a charisma about themselves, a demanding type of a manager. They will not go for that level of manager because that will create issues. PYS is back in the house, bro. Talk to me. PYS.
Yo, I think my internet's a bit dodgy. Sorry.
That's all right, bro. People are enjoying what you were saying, bro. Continue. Oh, he's gone again. He's gone. His internet's stuffing up. His internet is absolutely stuffing up. You need to have a PYS more live, bro. This is good when you bring guests. I love that aspect of him. Is much respect. Nah, absolutely, man. I'll try and. It's hard to time all of this. It's always a bit difficult, but I will try and bring him as much as I can. George, it's not about winning for these owners. They want to develop. Because the owners got me. It's not about winning for these owners. They want to develop players so they can sell for profit. Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit like that, isn't it? It is starting to look a little bit like that. Yeah, man, it's definitely not looking good. As long as these owners are here, they only get the yes man for manager's position. Yeah. Royston Bowley got him. We can't finish chances. Changing a manager won't fix that. It's the ownership. This project, we didn't recruit a balanced squad. The squad is not good enough. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Haj in the house. PYS back. Let's see. Hopefully we can get him. PYS, talk to me.
Right, is this working now? I don't know.
Better. Yes, I got you now, bro. Talk to me.
I don't know where I was at.
Bro, the owners got you, bro. The Chelsea owners got you.
Bro, they got me. They're trying to silence me now. Nah.
Go on, bro. You were saying how the candidate list, they wanted a yes man. Oh man, we lost him again. That's all right. I think it's PYS. He's having trouble. He's having trouble online. He really is. Go and get Flick ASAP. Proven winner against all odds. 6 trophies in one season isn't something that happens often. That's a real manager, not like the Spurs reject bum. Miss, do you understand the situation right now? We're betting on this squad improving drastically in the next few years. The real truth is most will flop just by pure probability. It's a sad reality, man. It really is a sad reality. It is a sad reality. Let's see what else you guys are saying, man. Rob, how you doing, bro? I can't understand how and why Chelsea are this bad with all your so-called world-class players. Oh man, rivals are here to rub it in on us, man. The rivals are here. I see us spending another 500 million to fix mistakes with a new manager. Yeah. Flick, look at that Bayern squad and Bayern as an institution. People need to wake up and get real. 2 completely different situations. No manager is doing quick fix. Yeah, no manager is doing quick fix, man. No manager is doing quick fix. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. Obviously, we're going to continue talking about all of this with days to come. And obviously it's not looking good. PYS one last time. Let's see, PYS, bro. How's it going?
Bro, I'm going to try this one more time, okay? And then if not, I'm going to watch the stream.
If this doesn't work out, I'm probably going to end the stream as well. Talk to me, man. Tell me about that yes man situation that you were talking about, the candidate list and all that. PYS, he's gone. Brother is dead. Nah, it's over. The PYS's net is dead. Our football club is dead. We're all dead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap things up. Smash the like button before you go. If you're here for the first time, subscribe as well. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get to that 29,000 subscribers. We'll take it from there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Catch you later. See ya.